Today is March 3rd, and these people, right when I went to cooking, they started to give me shooting needle pain in my abdomen. Then they stopped for a while, and then um, when I went to, so while eating, they did nothing. No stone in my food, no nothing. But when, I placed a vegetable and I didn't want to use my hand, so I was just using another spoon because I had to scoop something from it, okay? So at that point, they gave me, I think, electric shock on my head, or was it shooting needle pain in my abdomen? I think they gave me electric shock at that point. And then when I went to wash the utensils, that is when they started to give me shooting needle pains in my abdomen. And the moment I would start talking about Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Kanye West, Justin Bieber, and all their little secrets, that Dr. Thomas Horn has exposed. So they will then stop. In fact, they tried to give me, while they were giving me shooting needle pain, to make issue about all these food that I'd prepared. Like I said, the moment I started to prepare, I started to cook, they started to give me shooting needle pain in my abdomen. And now they are giving me, now they are pressing the center of my head as I'm speaking. And then they started to play Spectrum advertisement. Oh, you don't cook this. Why? My hubby eats. They think that my hubby will not eat this. It's they who decide, okay? Like I said, even I want to use lemon juice, they will decide, oh, no, you won't use lemon juice, okay? So then they start to twitch right side of my palm, electric shocks, shooting needle pains, or pressing my head. Okay, so they want to say that what my hubby will eat and he will not eat. Okay, he has eaten this before and he ate it today also. Okay, it's not like he doesn't eat. But these people want to make issue. They made it. They want to make issue almost every day. Even for the, like I said, the sprouts that I had cooked, it was such healthy sprouts, right? That I had made. Even for that, they wanted to make issue and they placed stone in my food this for the lunchtime. Now let's expose what this Thomas Horn, our Horn, who has written this book, Zeitgeist Tour 25, has exposed here. So I'm going to go to page number 13, and here he talks about Joe Biden. He talks about the voter fraud, okay? So that is one thing he talks about, and I'm not going to go in details, but that's what he talks about. But there they will not give any shooting needle pain to Joe Biden or to the people who committed fraud, because it was coming from the same CIA and Illuminati and Freemasonic people, right? All these voter fraud, right? So then let's go to their more crimes that they've committed. Invoking the dark destiny, and he talks about how this Manly P. Hall, who was a Mason, how these people invoke the spirit of Antichrist, and how they are into occultism. Okay, all this he talks about, and I'm gonna go right to right here. So here we're going to talk about 9/11, okay? That when President Bush was, he had his inauguration, during his first inaugural address, George W. Bush faced the obelisk and what is the obelisk? It is the Washington Monument. And what is the Washington Monument and obelisk? It is the male organ of Osiris, okay? and twice referred to an angel that rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm. And then what happened 33 weeks after his inaugural? That is when the Islamic terrorist attack happened, the 9/11, okay? So why 33 weeks? Because that is the Freemasons' favorite number. It is the highest degree in Freemasons. So they love to use this number for in their movies, in any of the incidents they want to do. Say they have planned something. Say there was a movie that where they are showing. It was a movie, or was it some album song, I think, where they were showing that in 2033 their Antichrist is going to show up on world stage. So again, they used the number 33. So it was pre-planned. So to pre-plan this, that 33 weeks after they will do this, it comes from all the pre-planning. And then what did George W. Bush do? He chanted this, rides in the whirlwind and directs the storm. However, when he was in, I believe in Florida or Texas, where he was in that school, and there was this another guy whose YouTube channel's name is Revelations of Jesus Christ. He literally showed the clip of Biden, why do I keep saying Biden? Bush in the school, in the class, and these children are chanting, hit the plane, hit the steel, plane hit the steel. Now, unless that man was, just combining some random thing out of nowhere, then I don't know. But that is what he showed on his channel, that this was what was being played, unless he's a fraud. And so I was very much shocked to see that. So either way, if that was true, if the children were meant to play, chant, and he said that, oh, you look, the pure heart people, the pure hearted children were meant to chant, plane hit the steel, plane hit the steel, while this is going on. So whether that is correct or not, however, Dr. Thomas Horn did mention this here, that this is what had happened. So that's okay. If Bush does that, and and even in Justin Bieber's song, who is a puppet of Illuminati, Almas Jacob had already exposed that how in the wall behind Justin Bieber, it was written that 9/11 was done by Bush. Illuminati themselves are exposing this, okay? So there it's okay if they can go and kill 3,000 people, that's okay. Then we're not gonna give shooting needle pain to CIA, FBI, military, DARPA, DOD, Washington, cops, who else? FBI, CIA, military, NSA. Oh yeah, of course, NSA, Area 51, Delta Force, Green Beret, Navy SEALs, blah and blah and blah. Okay. Oh, there we're not gonna go do any shooting needle pains to their abdomen or electric shock on their brain. Oh, we just killed 3,000 people, and we just killed 3,000 people in the Turkey earthquake. Oh wait, not 3,000, 30,000? Yeah. Okay. And all this war that you're seeing on the stage, the Russia war, the China war, and this Ukraine war, it's all the movie that's being played out. That is it. They just, all these archons, they just need energy. That is, they are trying to manifest and bring their reign here on earth. And so they are just doing their show for depopulation agenda, for energy crisis agenda, for food crisis agenda, for all these agendas that they are just fueling. It's all a show, because they are all on one page. The entire globe is preparing for the Antichrist. Now, in Portland, Oregon, literally this statue is there. And whose statue is this? She's a lady who used to do this sorcery. She's a Hecatian witchcraft. She's called Lady Commerce on the Portland City seal. She holds a trident. Okay. So basically, she's some kind of goddess of sorcery. Okay. So that's okay. We can put these sorceries and we can do witchcraft. We can have, as Billy Crown Pastor said, we can have witches, 300 witches in one military base. Just one military base has 300 witches. And we can put up the figure here in the city, because that is what we are doing, and that is the Lucifer's reign that we are bringing down. That's okay. There we're not going to give electric shock to anybody or shooting needle pain to anybody. Okay, so then we're gonna talk about, oh, so these people wanted to make so much issue about my stuff here, what I cook, what I not cook. Now see, they immediately started to give me electric shock on the on my brain, as they saw this Hillary Clinton, and when they saw they know what I'm about to say, so immediately they give me electric shock. So now that they gave, these people are gonna get exposed. Okay, so let's expose them. So here, Biden and the computer thing, right? So Dr. Thomas Horn talks about laptop from hell. Okay, it is about Hunter Biden's laptop. Okay, and he keeps talking about all his stuff inside the computer. So Makisek contacted the FBI, which collected the laptop from his shop, and then if you go down a little bit, okay, it's called laptop from hell, and I think it's somewhere here. Oh, there. The New York Post reported that Biden's laptop contained near 25,000 images. Biden's laptop contained nearly 25,000 images loaded with sexually explicit selfies and porn. Some images appear to show Hunter Biden smoking crack cocaine, which would be an outrageously irresponsible claim were it not for his acknowledged struggles with drugs and alcohol, including 6 stints in rehab. His personal life seems to be one of the unrestrained indulgence. Records lifted from his laptop reveal that he once dropped more than $11,000 on a single night at a New York strip club, and spent more than $21,000 on a website that allows viewers to interact with sex workers in real time via webcam. Okay, so that's okay. We can do all these people can do everything. Okay, then they go fight logs from his private 727, dubbed the Lolita Express as a reference to his fondness for young girls, reveal that his passengers were a who's who of the political and entertainment elite. And I'm not gonna go through a lot of that stuff, but you get an idea that where all this is going and what these people do. And they want to make issue about my lemon juice? Seriously? When Justin Bieber spits on his fans, when he presses the boobs of all these young girls on the stage in front of everybody, that's okay. We're not gonna give any electric shock to him, or press his head, or pull his eardrum, or give shooting needle pain there. We won't do that to Biden, Hunter Biden, or Joe Biden. That's okay. These people can do everything because they are the Satanists. They can do everything, okay? And then he goes on exposing about Epstein trafficking for sex and all that, okay? Then, oh yeah. So here he talks about Authorities investigating the alleged abuse of 6 children found with 2 men in Tallahassee, Florida park discovered materials yesterday in Washington area that they say point to 1960s style commune called the Finders, described in a court document as a cult that allegedly conducted brainwashing and used children in rituals. Okay. DC police sources said some of the items seized yesterday showed pictures of the children engaged in what appeared to be cult rituals. Officials of the U.S. Customs Service called in to aid in the investigation. Materials seized yesterday include photos showing children involved in bloodletting ceremonies of animals and one photograph of a child in chains. Custom officials said that they were looking into whether a child pornography operation was being conducted. So now this finders group have all these things going on with children. Okay, and then this case was handed over to CIA. But what did CIA said? Oh, they just brushed off the entire case saying that it's an internal matter. Okay. So there somebody can do all these, rituals with children. Like I said, these people are involved in child and human sacrifices. That is what they showed even in the Illuminati's cartoon, that it was an animated, just 10 minutes cartoon. It was a cartoon and they are showing human sacrifices there. And I knew it that something related to Illuminati will come up. Either it's Jesus Christ or it's Antichrist, it's devil, or sacrifices, or something of that sort always comes up whenever it's Illuminati movie, okay? Or their fallen angels comes up. So, sure enough, human sacrifices came up in that animated 10-minute short cartoon film. Okay. Now, this guy, Thomas Horn, goes on talking about Spence's life. It went to downwards spiral, and he was charged with possession of drugs and criminal possession of a loaded firearm. He committed suicide in Ritz-Carlton, and before he could testify in the escort service case. You see how, so he was some kind of witness somewhere in Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know, in somebody's case, and this is how it was, they got rid of him. During the 4 years of the Trump administration, hardly a month has gone by without another bust by state and federal law enforcement agency connected to child pornography and pedophile rings. And it's not just here in the US. An operation in Germany in the summer of 2020 uncovered a ring of 30,000 pedophiles who shared child pornography through dark web, along with tips on how to sedate and abuse young children. Then we have here, in case the term is new to you, Pizzagate is the name that's been applied to the belief that the political elites in Washington, especially a group connected to Bill and Hillary Clinton, used certain code words like pizza and hot dogs in email and text messages to refer to a child prostitution. The theory was connected to a pizzeria in Washington called Comet Ping Pong, which made national news on December 4, 2016, which won Edgar Madison Welch of Salisbury, North Carolina, fired 3 rounds from AR-15 style rifle into the floor of the restaurant. He later told police that he had come to self-investigate claims that Comet was a hub for a child trafficking. Okay, so he goes on exposing all this thing going on, okay? Now, he has also exposed, here. He then talks about Quanon and satanic worshipping pedophiles. I'm not going to go there. But, I'm just going to quote this part. In their world, so Illuminati's world, if you believe a dark, barely hidden subculture of sexual perversion exists in Washington, Hollywood, and the other world centers of power and high society, then you are one of the deplorables, to borrow a term from Hillary Clinton. The facts are these. Yes, Virginia, there are satanic pedophiles loose in the world today. From time to time, some of them are caught. Some of these monsters are in fact actors, politicians, entertainers, high-ranking government officials, and sometimes well-intentioned officers of the law are ordered to stand down because the accused party belongs to intelligence, or the crime is an internal matter. As I just showed you how CIA said it's our internal matter, okay? The children, apparently they don't matter. So they are talking literally about CIA here. So these CIA who wants to conduct mind control programs on me, oh, you behavior change, mind control, their actual transformation program of CIA is to convert good people into bad, as they did with the Disney stars, that is what they did. And Disney is a pedophile, we know that. Then he talks about Thomas Jefferson, that how he ridicules Jesus Christ, he made fun of him, and yeah, there. Worse than his friend John Adams was Thomas Jefferson, along with Thomas Paine, who also wrote that Jesus was a blasphemous fable, and the Bible was scarcely anything but a history of the grossest vices and a collection of the most paltry and contemptible tales. Almighty committed debauchery with a woman engaged to be married, and the belief of this debauchery is called faith. Jefferson typified last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. Now, so he's saying that Jefferson believed that the whatever is in the Bible is nothing but fraud. Okay, so that's okay. That is their belief. However, what is wrong later that I see this hellfire, it's about Benjamin Franklin. Okay, so now these very presidents and all these Jefferson, all of these people, these founding fathers, they were Freemasons, so they worship Satan, or that is Lucifer, okay? They don't, for them, Jesus Christ is nobody, or whatever. He's a fraud. Now, what was happening at Hellfire Club? The Hellfire Club was an exclusive English club that met sporadically during the mid-18th century. In purpose, at best, was to mock traditional religion and conduct orgies. So that's okay. They can perform orgies. Okay, that's all right. The superior order of 12 members allegedly took part in basic forms of satanic worship. In addition to taking part in the occult orgies and parties with prostitutes were also said to be the norm. So that's okay. These presidents can call prostitutes, can have orgies, parties, and do all these Satan, worship Satan, and they just give me twitch on the left side of the foot as I'm speaking, and as I'm exposing all these. So that's okay. There we're not gonna do any electric shock to these presidents. There we're not gonna do any shooting needle pains to these presidents, or Joe Biden or Hunter Biden. If all these thousands and thousands of sex pictures are showing up, or they are having this relationship with young girls, like Hunter Biden is having relationship with young girls, or if they are if he's into child pornography or any type of other porn, or if he's caught with all these cocaine, crack, whatever drugs, that's okay. He can do all that because he's a Satanist. He, just like Justin Bieber can press somebody's boob, it's okay. He's a Satanist. He's a Luciferian guy. He can do all that. There we're not gonna give shooting needle pain in his abdomen, or start to give electric shock on their head. No, there we can't do that. We are the CIAs. We cover up that child story, because to us children are just for occult child sacrifice, for our witchcraft. We need to sacrifice child. We need to sacrifice human beings, for our witchcraft, because we are working for Lucifer and all these interdimensional entities whom we called aliens and give the names of Greys and reptilians. Okay, we don't tell people that there is nothing like aliens, that all these are fallen angels and jinn and demons. Aleister Crowley is their rakas, jinn and demons. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then he also talks about how the bodies were found where he was living in this around this time here in 1998. So he says that Benjamin Franklin, okay, animal remains were found and all this. So he's saying that Franklin's involvement with the Hellfire Club may have been connected with Satanists performing ritual killing both humans and animals. This is what they do. That's what I'm saying. That they literally show it in their cartoons. Yes, we kill people, and that is why Almas Jacobs keeps even exposing how they are mind programming people by showing their blood bath and blood facials and drinking blood like Rihanna, and they are making all these advertisements. Sometimes you see Rihanna like drinking blood, or this Fox Megan or whatever she is, like she drinks blood, and somebody else is doing blood bath while Kim Kardashian is taking blood facial and all that kind of stuff. So all this blood, they want to mind program people, because this is what they do, and this is what is coming in their new world order when they will have everybody under control. And then you see knock at the cabin, they will go knocking at the door just like druids used to do back in all the Stonehenge and all that you see. That is what druids used to do, go on asking for human sacrifice, for child sacrifice. Oh, we need somebody to watch knock at the cabin movie. We need somebody from your family to commit sacrifice, or else the world will die. Why they need sacrifice? Because for their Lucifer and interdimensional entities. Okay. Right now they are doing behind they are not doing it out in open, but that is what they do. So yeah, basically I wanted to, how these people want to make issue about every single thing, but see, they try to expose one thing of mine in return. Oh, by the way, Kanye West also said that his mother was sacrificed. Bill Cosby's son was sacrificed. And they said that how there was another sports guy that this Revelations of Jesus Christ guy was exposing, this Kanye West on the world stage. Was it part number one? He has like 3 parts about this world stage, the YouTuber name is Revelations of Jesus Christ. Okay, so there was a third sportsman guy, and somebody from his family was also sacrificed, basically. So yeah, Kanye West got exposed, Bill Cosby, their sacrifices, occultism, everything, all of that got exposed. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden got exposed. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton got exposed. Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin got exposed. CIA got exposed. All these politicians and all these people who do all these orgies party. And if you want to see these orgies party, look up David Icke and their Illuminati, or in one of his old YouTube, he also shows that how this, was it Rockefeller family or some other, from the 13 Illuminati bloodline, he showed one of the Illuminati bloodlines family who was performing this orgies party. You can YouTube the David Icke, yeah. So but he's also part of Illuminati. He may be exposing all this, but he's part of Illuminati. Okay, and that is, oh, by the way, he also talks about child sacrifice, human sacrifice, animal sacrifice, all of this. He even talks about it. Okay, because he's part of it, that this is what these people do. And these people want to make issue about my lemon juice and my whatever, the lentil soup or the sprouts that I cook every day, Oh, why did you say this to that and this to that? And it's like, these people want to slave program you, and these people are such evil. You can just tell that how evil these people are, Oh, by the way, they even bring prostitutes in Washington, so that they do little they do imitation sex with the with the goats and with well with some, I don't know, let's see if I can find it. And they try to invoke the spirit of Osiris out of that Washington monument, which is the which is the male part, you know. Yeah, it's somewhere here, but right now I can't find it. So this is what I'm gonna say. So basically, what happens is when they do these prostitutes, when they do this imitation sex, they uh, Washington Dome is the ISIS, and inside the dome, by the way, there are 72 pentagrams, which these Freemasons use to bind and loose these 72 angels. And so yeah, they do perform all this witchcraft thing inside the dome. Okay. And then what happens is the from the womb of Isis, it goes into that obelisk, and the spirit arise from this sex. The energy of Osiris arises from the from the male organ or the Washington Monument obelisk, and the Osiris spirit goes into the sitting president, who is the pharaoh, who is like a pharaoh, who will guide America and all that. Okay, so this is their belief, and yeah, that is why they bring all these prostitutes there. Okay, so yeah, and then they want to make issue about, oh, right here. Right here, inside the temple or dome, prostitutes representing the human manifestation of goddess were also available for ritual sex as a form of imitative magic. These prostitutes usually began their services to the goddess as children and were deflowered at a very young age by a priest, or as Isis was, by a modeled obelisk of Osiris Phallus. Sometimes these prostitutes were chosen on the basis of their beauty as the sexual mates of sacred temple bulls, who were considered the incarnation of Osiris. In other places, such as Mendes temple, prostitutes were offered in coitus to divine gods. Through such imitative sex, the dome and obelisk became energy receivers. Okay, basically. So this something, these people, basically it's imitation sex going on, but that is why they call these prostitutes, okay, to do all these imitation sex with goats and whatever. So yeah. And then these people want to make issue about my stuff. Oh, they just gave me Twitch, by the way, when I was reading here this ISIS or something. So that's when they give me Twitch on the left side of my foot. So yeah, this is the BS they want to do when they are getting, their Thomas Jefferson is getting exposed, their Benjamin Franklin is getting exposed. So many people are getting exposed. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. So many people are getting exposed. Hunter Biden, Joe Biden. And these people want to make issue about my lemons? Seriously?